right, what's going on, everybody? So we have a gameplay trailer, that is. Ever since Rockstar announced their delay for like a whole year, I think it kind of eased up on devs that maybe it's cool if they do drop their game this year. But we just got a very, very, very highly anticipated trailer here. We got Mafia the Old Country, which I didn't expect a trailer to drop on that either. It's called Whatever It Takes. It's a gameplay trailer for the PS5. So I'm excited, or I think it is for the PS5, or I forgot which platform, but it doesn't matter. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this game. There's just one thing that's like, it's like weirdly triggering me. It's not even like a real trigger. I have this thing that, we know Nintendo announced that some of their games might go from 80 to 90. And then Microsoft announced that some of their games are going to be 80. I don't know why. And you guys, before we get started, before we watch this, comment below if that also messes with you when you hear that a game from a AAA studio is like way less than even the normal price of a game. Because normally games today are $69.99. Mafia the Old Country is $49.99. That makes me feel like we are taking steps back, and it sucks because I want games to be as cheap as possible. But because the bar is set on what a AAA game would cost from a big company, seeing the price on this, I don't know why it's like messing with me. Like, yo, I'm hoping we see something good. I hope it doesn't mean that it's like going to be microtransactions, monetization, purchase, all this other craziness. And I'm hoping it doesn't look like shit, because $49.99? You want to take me back. You want to take me back to the 2010s when games were just $59.99, $49.99. I'm cool with that. But I don't know, something's not right. There's just no way this game is $49.99. But also EA came out and said that their games are not going to get raised. So they're going to keep their games at $69.99. I don't know how long that's going to last, but hey, you know what? I'm here for it. I don't want to waste y'all time. Let's go ahead and react to this Mafia the Old Country, Whatever It Takes. I'm excited for this. I love the Mafia franchise. I can't wait, man. It's a minute 42. Let's get it on and popping. Man.
Come in.
Damn, this look ugly. What the heck?
Come in.
It looks a little bit better.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so
Ooh.
loyalty, honor, obedience.
Okay, it look good.
They set the man apart from the rest.
Ooh, that look good.
Pair of Messina. But this matter is not yet resolved. Will you help me bring it to a close?
Of course. Tanto risi.
Hey, what the heck? Ooh, that look good. What the? Oh man, that look good. Oh God, the driving. Damn! They took the HUD out. That dude is missing every shot.
You again.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. Okay. Now, this box artwork looks funky to me. Like, this artwork look kind of funky. It looked like one of the mobile games, but like box art. But the gameplay trailer didn't even look bad. That looks really damn good. Like, that looks really good. That looks good to me. I don't know. That looked good to me. $49.99 though. And another thing too, it seems like Hangar 13 and 2K are taking a step where, let me see, where it's only dropping on current gen and PC. So it's Steam, of course, PS5, Xbox Series S and X. Yeah, it seems like that's what we're getting. It's August 8th that it drops. I want to know, how do you guys feel about that? Like, in my personal opinion, that gameplay looked really good. The cutscene looked good. What threw me off was this: contains gameplay footage captured in engine and cinematics rendered for the trailer. I'm praying and hoping that the gameplay has actual cutscenes, you know, and it doesn't have like, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn. What do you call that? Horizon Zero Dawn, Dying Light, where you walk up to somebody and that's where the quality of the game gets reduced. Like it's like Paul's body functions and they just looking at the screen and they're talking and then you're choosing, you know, options to ask questions. I'm really hoping it's a story where it carries its own self out with the cinematic CGIs and all that other stuff. Because this right here, he has like a, I mean, I don't know. Again, I could be wrong.
He is not common in this world, and so
See that right there, and then this right here. I was just trying to make sure, because I ain't gonna lie, man. Horizon Zero Dawn was like really amazing, but I was already over it with even Dying Light 2 and certain games that have that blank stare kind of cutscene when they talk. And if you don't know, I'll put it up on the screen in a second. Again, I think Forbidden West changed it up, and you could tell the budget on that game was way more greater because it obviously changed a little bit of that format, the formula here. But this is basically what I'm talking about. It's like blank. It's like cutscenes like this.
Been some trouble recently. It affords an opportunity to learn that
You see something like this?
dangerous. You must come prepared.
Like,
You will die. Descend into the embrace.
I don't have a problem with that if that was the game's whole thing from the start, from the very beginning. But no, like I would be kind of like, damn, no wonder. So like they're reducing a lot of the quality of the game, or they're reducing a lot of what we used to see in a Mafia game. So I'm really hoping that's not the case at all. It seems like IGN also got like a dev diary thing. I don't know how deep is it. I'm excited for Mind's Eye as well. The Conjuring trailer. Oh shit, bitch. Let me see this one. I don't know what to expect here.
I'm Nick Baines, president of Hangar 13. We hope you enjoyed this new look at gameplay in Mafia the Old Country. We're just 3 short months away now from getting this game in your
3
hands,
months away is
and
great
we
for me.
can't wait. Mafia the Old Country is an origin story for the Mafia
It looks
universe,
really
and as
good,
such,
bro.
It's both a step forward and a return to the fundamentals of the franchise. The heart of Mafia has always been deep, immersive storytelling, and Mafia the Old Country is no exception. It's a premium experience in the vein of early Mafia games, with a linear narrative set against the stunning, authentic backdrop of 1900 Sicily. That focus has allowed us to deliver a classic organised crime drama in the period authentic Mafia rules and traditions of the era. And, as you just saw, we've made some exciting gameplay updates. Whether you're using a knife or a gun, using stealth or in a shootout, this is brutal and grounded in
I
all
like
the best
this.
ways. It's
That
all
looked
going
good to
pull
me.
you in from every angle, pushing the franchise forward in a location and time painstakingly created with the utmost authenticity and detail using Unreal Engine 5. Stick
Unreal Engine
around,
5,
because
I'm here
next
for
up
it.
is our development team.
The only thing about Unreal Engine 5 is that like a lot of people's been like complaining about Unreal Engine 5, and I understand it's a huge leap, but also it comes with a lot of quirks, and I feel like just slapping Unreal Engine 5 on any kind of game, you got to really work with it. As far as what I'm hearing is buggy, it's choppy, and I believe that I don't even think we're at the stages where Unreal Engine 5 is fully completed. It's almost like CryEngine. Like CryEngine always looked good, but there was some games that ran like shit using CryEngine. I just think that everything needs to become in sync with each other when it comes down to these engines and the pool of it. I'm not an expert, but I'm just assuming, because if there's certain devs that's been using Unreal Engine 5 and it runs perfectly fine, but other companies are having a hard time. I mean, that's some nerdy stuff for y'all though, but
We have loads of awesome behind-the-scenes insights on how we brought this title to life.
I need to see this.
Stay tuned between now and August, as we'll have even more to tell and show. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Sometimes that diaries are good, man. I love learning about like the process of gaming. This looked good to me, man. Like, just that blank stare threw me off, man. I don't know if that's a cutscene or not.
Come in.
I mean, who knows?
Our top goal for every Mafia game is to deliver the promise to a player that you're going to play a
Okay, that's a
classic
cut. You see, that's a cutscene. You could tell, bro. I'm telling you, you could tell from this being like one of those blank stares. They remove HUDs and subtitles. And then, but it looks really good. So it might be one of them blank stares, but it's like realistic mouth movements and everything. And then all of a sudden, oh wait, oops. Damn, I went too far. What happened to my PC?
Our
And
top
then you get
goal
this.
for every Mafia game is to deliver the promise
That's a cutscene. That's the cutscenes I'm hoping we
to a
get.
player that you're going to play a
That
classic
is-
mob movie. Mafia the Old Country is a linear crime drama set against a beautiful Sicilian backdrop. The first step for us was to make sure that we were
They keep expressing the word linear, which means I don't know if the story is if the game is open world, like a whole open map, but the story is linear. So, I mean,
nailing all of the things that players expect from a Mafia game. The quality of its storytelling, how immersive it is, how authentic it is. Previous Mafia games have been set in big American cities. We've taken the action and we've put our story in rural Sicily, in the place where the Mafia began.
You really feel
Oh,
like
wow.
you're transported into another time. It feels really unique and different, but yet really familiar. Players are really going to enjoy that aspect of it.
Our entry point for making these crime dramas is always the protagonist. We wanted to make sure that our main character, Enzo Favara, lives up to the standard which we've set in the past, and I hope in some ways even exceeds that.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
Enzo grows up in a sulfur mine.
Oh, that look good.
A bunch of children that are sold to the mine owners at this point in history in Sicily. Their life expectancy is short, and they're essentially seen as disposable.
Enzo turns to crime as a means to make something of himself. The odds are stacked against him. So what does he do? He sees an opportunity for himself to
That
gain
looks
some
good,
status,
man.
to gain some respect.
Do you wish to commit to this family? I do.
Swearing the oath is the chance for him to finally be accepted. He's found a family. It's the thing he's been searching for his entire life, but it comes at a cost.
I think players are in for an
Dang, bro. I didn't know the origin, and I didn't know how the cities looked back then. So this is kind of cool.
Storytellers to take players and put players through the ringer, really, in terms of what happens to the character, what happens to them in the game.
You again.
Immersive life or death
What makes
gameplay.
a really compelling gameplay experience is the mix of the high intensity combat, cover play, cover shooting.
That looked
by
good.
these beautiful cinematics that make what you do in the combat so much more meaningful because you're fighting for something you really believe in.
Authenticity and immersion are key. And so we wanted to take that philosophy from the storytelling and make sure that it was consistent in the gameplay.
You know,
Nah,
whether you come
it looks
for
really
that
good to
core
me.
Cover combat shooting
Yeah.
experience or that white knuckle driving experience, we have that in Mafia the Old Country, but it's unique.
There's some downbeats, there's some deep storytelling moments, and then there's some like high intensity action. And I think that's what makes Mafia missions and the general experience so interesting, is that we're constantly trying to change that roller coaster experience that you're on.
Enzo's proving himself with guns, and we wanted the combat to feel like there was a scarcity of resources, so you have to be more tactical in the way that you approach combat. The knife has been
Damn.
an integral part of gameplay. It's a part of Sicilian culture.
We wanted our gameplay to be immersive, to have a life or death kind of vibe. So when players are in a knife duel, when they're in a gunfight, they're genuinely fearing
Dang.
for their lives.
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
A stunning Sicilian adventure.
Bringing
I
1900
can't wait to
Sicily
check
life
this
for us,
out,
It
bro.
infuses every aspect of the development. It's about the characters, it's about the music, it's about the story, it's about the setting, it's about the vistas, it's about the vehicles, it's everything. It always starts with research, it always starts with immersing ourselves in the subject matter. So whether that's reading every crime book around the Sicilian Mafia, watching all of the movies, even driving the cars, firing the weapons, and then translating that into the game, that's the development experience.
We even sent some folks out to Sicily. We were then able to take all of those
That's so
experiences
cool,
and
bro.
try to translate it into an on-screen experience. But
That
also
is
a
so
story.
cool,
and
bro.
Those two things are woven together in a way that I think players are going to really enjoy.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so
The Mafia that we see in Mafia the Old Country is much different than the Mafia that we see in some of the other Mafia games. It's a time-honored tradition steeped in secrecy, and there's this sort of deep honor that we see within the Teresi family and within the
Okay, wait a minute. That was a
Characters'
cutscene.
Relationships with each other, the way they behave, is very much influenced by that setting and that cultural difference.
This is a distinctive experience that I've never played before, and I'm sure that players are going to feel the same.
Presentation as innovation.
Mafia the Old Country is our first Unreal 5 game in the studio.
That's
and
fire.
It's particularly suited to the Sicilian setting.
We've really been able to push the boat out in terms of sort of the real tiny details on everything.
You know, one of the big ones for me.
I
is,
love
like,
it
you
so
know,
far.
you have characters that have really lifelike expressions, micro details. You know, many times when I'm watching the game, especially on a big screen and 4K, I start to forget that they're characters rendered in an engine. They just look like real characters in a movie. I think that's the level of immersion that
Yo,
we want.
that
There's a lot of
look-
people
that
really
looks
just kind of
good, y'all.
beef and go along for
That
the
looks good. Shout out to everybody who stood and tuned in with me with this, man.
And I think
This
it's
look
one of the most
good.
compelling game characters we've seen for a long time.
The thing I'm most excited about from Mafia the Old Country is finally getting the game in players' hands.
The story pulls you through really quickly, and at the end, it takes your breath away, and it's one that you're not going to want to spoil for your friends.
The visuals and the storytelling are absolutely next level.
Our setting's completely
Yo, we
distinctive.
need this
Our
game,
story is
baby.
completely unique. This is a game that you haven't played before. The best crime
Oh, man, he
stories
cut his
have
hair.
unforgettable twists, and this game's no exception. Players are in for a treat.
Welcome, Enzo.
We're gonna see characters that we're gonna see people that were probably brought into Mafia 1. We're gonna see like people get sent to America, probably fleeing to America, and he's gonna probably meet with certain people who then become like side characters or whoever that was in Mafia 1. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. It's again, it's $50 though. This is a $50 experience. I'm in. If this sets the bar for a $50 experience, then I gotta tip my hat for Take-Two Interactive, 2K Games, and Hangar 13 for kind of knowing that this is an experience. We feel like we've added a certain amount of content and it's worth $50. Nowadays, people don't give a shit about how much they added to a game, and they feel like, you know what, still $69.99. Meanwhile, it doesn't even warrant the experience. Like, we've had that so many times, and it's why games like Suicide Squad, unfortunately, Gotham Knights, and several other games really went to shit because of stuff like this. And look, $50, they're gonna get my support regardless. I just, I can't wait to dive in and wonder why it's only 50. If the gameplay story is only 5 hours, $50, I'm not mad. Like, I'm really not mad. But if this game got a lot of story, but it don't have, and it's a linear experience, so it doesn't have like extra side quests and extra stuff going on, then I'm more so like, okay, I understand. They basically narrowed it because they're promoting it as a mob movie. And with a mob movie, a mafia movie doesn't necessarily have that many side situations happening. You might beat up one of your mafia friend's sister's boyfriends because he's abusive, or you might have to kill somebody who didn't pay you back. Sure. But in this case, if it's really just off the story and there's really no side stuff, I can see why it's just a straightforward story and they gave you nothing else extra in game, and that's what warrants the $50. But without me rambling enough, let me know what you guys think about this, man. I'm gonna post this on the main channel because I'm very excited for Mafia the Old Country, man. Please drop your comments below. Are you sold? Are you not? How you feel about the $50? Or whatever. But yeah, God bless. It's your boy 30G. We out of here. Peace.